Hello everyone, this is King and welcome back to my Let's Play on Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This is episode 127. In the previous episode we fought Consul N and we emerged victorious. It wasn't a hard fight once we got to know the movesets. I did go over Consul N's art at the beginning of the video. I did make some mistakes and I do have some questions in regarding to some of his skills that he used. An example, I would say, let's see, his Shred the Straw Man. I originally said it was a radius attack, but when I reviewed my second attempt to fight him, it only seemed to be a single target attack, but I am not entirely sure. My belief is he has a Shred the Straw Man EX, which does radius damage, and I believe that is why at one point of time in combat I did see it on multiple allies. So that may be it. He also has a Glimmering Swiftblade EX, which causes a lot more damage than Glimmering Swiftblade itself. So originally I was under the notion that Glimmering Swiftblade was the cause of my death, but I am now believing that is the EX form. So having the EX form on top of the Canonic Purge probably what one-shotted me. Just from him using the Canonic Purge buff and using Blood Moon on anyone but the tank will deal anywhere between 3.8 thousand damage. So even with our current HP setup, we would not have survived that. I believe so. Let me take a look. Well, it's just me. Huh. Well, that's right. We are in prison, so we can't really talk to anyone. Speaking of that, in the previous cutscene, I have noticed that Mio is excluded from the entire group besides us. So we are all grouped together in one single cell. But what I didn't notice was that Mio was isolated in a cell separate from the rest of us. I was too busy watching the cutscene to even have noticed this. I find that interesting. I don't know why that is the case, but hopefully in the future they will explain to us. So I'm interested in learning what that reasoning will be. Another thing I have noticed was now that I say it, I can't quite recall. So instead, I'm going to save. I am going to save. We have 132 hours, or roughly 133 hours on the clock. So we want to save here.
It's good to keep a record.
Good. We have 133 hours on the game. That's awesome. Let's try to quick save. We have an autosave that is just too far behind. So let's do a quick autosave. Before we do that, we will take a look at our level. I believe we leveled up. Did we fight him at level 52? We did. Consul N was level 50 and our entire party was level 52. So we all leveled up by one level. By looking at this, we're still fine. I did spend a Nopon coin on leveling up some of the classes I felt was necessary. I believe I got a level 10 Yumsmith for Mio so she could learn the break ability. I didn't want her to play as a Yumsmith until rank 10. So we are poor in silver Nopon currency, but we have 36 gold Nopon coins, which we are saving up for 99, so we can decide whether we can spend that on a gem or a accessory at the Nopon coin exchange. But without further ado, let's continue on with the story. We are currently in prison now, and we have all of our friends here who are speakable NPC characters for the third or fourth time, I believe, in this story. So let's take advantage of that and start with Uni. See what she has to say. Also, it seems like we are only able to walk. We cannot sprint or run, which is interesting. So let's see what Uni has to say. I'm worried about Mio too. We just need to calm down a bit. Get a grip, yeah? Okay. Riku? Nothing achieved through panic and haste. No time to cool head down. That's true, but I didn't say anything. Tyon? I'm considering our possible means of escape. That's good to hear. At the current conjuncture, no options looks as though it has essentially high probability of success though. Lance? Spox. How did it wind up like this? Well, we fought with the counterpart of Noah. What did you think was going to happen? Senna? Mimi. It doesn't feel right without her here. That's right. You know, she's not in the same cell as us. I don't know why. It's definitely not an interlinking issue, or else Senna, Tyon, would not be here either, which is interesting. So it's just exclusively Mio. The only possibility that I can think of is because she has 1 month left to live. And I think that's the only thing I can think of. Either that or because she has a large significance in this game, such as Noah and Mio. So that may be one of the reasons why they were isolated. But we will see. Manana? Manana would like Mio to sample cuisine of Manana one more time. Well, she's not dead, so that is definitely a possibility. Okay, let's see what this says over here. Alright, we gave it a good shake. It didn't work. The game is saying for us to try again, so let's try again. I see a chest here. Is that a chest? No, that's not a chest we can get right now. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, second time we tried with even more vigor. Maybe the third time is the charm. Let's try it.
Box! It's just a metal grate! Why can't I break it?
Call it, Noah! They've stripped us of our powers. There's no way for us to break it. Just give it a rest.
How can I give it a rest? We have to get through! We have to get Mio out! Surprisingly well behaved. I half expected you to have blown a hole in the wall by this point. Or what? Have you resigned yourself wholly to your plight? Knowing the extent of my power, did you come to gloat? Where's Mio? The girl, you'll find, is in the cell beside you. Huh? Call out her name, why don't you? Your voice at least should reach. Oh, I see. You still cling to a sliver of hope. You recall, I wanted to stage a little sideshow. You expecting applause? It's the homecoming. Huh? I'm glad you catch on quick. With the eclipse, 1 month from now, the girl will meet her long-awaited end. Why don't we honor it at the castle? Make it a day to remember. Well, does that not please you? What a magnificent sideshow it will be! Oh, yes. I almost forgot to tell you something. You are now aware of the cycle of rebirth, yes? There is an exception. Those whose flame is snuffed out during a homecoming will not return. You monster! So weak. Amusingly so. Right now, all of you put together don't have the strength of a single soldier. Not even these flimsy iron bars yield to your efforts. Try all you like, but you cannot escape. No amount of toil will help you there. You feel the anguish, crippling despair. That is the hubris of fools who cling blindly to their hopes, only to find them dashed on the rocks. Of dreamers crushed under the sheer weight of reality. Of abject failures. Come on! Come on! Come on!
That's enough! You're just gonna break your hands.
I don't care! I'll shatter every bone in my body, if that's what it takes!
Just stop! Please!
Leo! Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. I'm totally fine. I've made my peace. Even if I can never leave here, I'm content. I'll live on in others. Knowing that is enough for me. Please, don't worry.
Leo.
Hey, why do you think it is that they look like Noah and Mia?
Like I know. Why aren't you asking yourself? When we kick the bucket, we're reborn in those cradles, right? Maybe it's somehow connected to that.
You think they're the same people? Is that even possible?
Strange. Regardless, why would they do this? What possible purpose could all this serve? It's almost like they're toying with us just for kicks.
You know, they've all been like that. When they took away lives, it was like they were enjoying it.
That's really true?
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
It seemed natural to laugh when happy. And yet, N had sadness in eyes, it seemed. Like Sparky did. He's Mobius, our sworn enemy.
We really are hopeless. Can't believe we're stuck in here behind these snuffing bars.
It wouldn't be much of a prison if they didn't perform that function. Come on.
Was there even any point in all this?
everything we've done?
Of course there was.
Huh?
At least, we gave them hope.
At first, even when Guernica said he was 6 times older, it didn't click. Past 10 years was pure greed, I thought. But now, I'm scraping for whatever I can get.
What are you doing?
Huh? Oh, the bitch queen herself.
Where do you think you're going?
Where do you think I'm going?
You know I can't allow this.
Excuse me?
That's a direct order. Don't be stupid.
Whatever. Up yours.
Look, the castle is on maximum alert now. Are you in that much of a hurry to get back behind bars? This ain't like the time we ambushed Kevez, when we had the element of surprise.
After all they did for me, I can't just leave them. We don't have time for this.
And I'm telling you, it's suicide. Noah entrusted everything to us. Hope, the future. Get that through your skull. You?
Here I am, staring at my own palms. I feel the warmth of your hand. I thought I'd be forever by your side, protecting you, assuming that's what you wanted to. I had no clue that we had nothing between us. Perhaps I was so scared to know the truth. Now that you're gone, and yet your love is still embracing me, I'm at a loss. I need you with me. It's like I'm drowning, as if I've lost the way. But you always appear, as if you guide my way. I thought I could do it all. I had my confidence, but now I'm left alone with no one by my I knew my faults, but I pretended I didn't know. I fear I'm not the kind of
Shania,
man you know.
What are you doing here?
I see you
got a little update for you.
This'll be good.
The day your friend departs this world. What did you call it? Homecoming? That's the day I've decided to have myself killed too.
There's nothing
Shania, your iris.
I
proof that I've joined their ranks. And your little friend will vanish from this world forever. But I will be born once again. Just the way I should be. That's just the reaction I was hoping for. Ah, it's beautiful. I hope I can make that face too when I meet my enemies on the battlefield.
Piss off, Consul.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll be gone soon. Pretty much as soon as your friend will.
It was so obvious, looking back. I knew that something was off about her. I knew deep down. I didn't want to believe that we were the same.
You're not the same.
Is that Mimi?
I was watching you, trying so hard. You've saved us so many times, never giving up. You helped us get here. Sometimes, you can be really hard on yourself. I think that's why you've always been so hungry, always striving for more.
Yeah.
Come now. I know you've touched so many lives. I think we've all seen that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I see it now. I'm sorry.
Come on. You really need to stop saying that you're sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. Don't give up. Because time is still on our side.
So then, tomorrow.
Do you think an Offseer can ever reach others? You know, I thought our lives were like our music. Always in our hands, under our control. I wasn't facing the truth. Even if I could reach people, I wouldn't be able to save them. I should have known that. It's unbearable. Seeing life slip away from you. Even though they're right there. What am I even doing?
It's dark out, huh? No moon.
Huh?
But the starlight is so nice and warm.
Mio.
Hey, when the two of us first met, you asked me if I wanted to survive.
Yeah?
I replied, I didn't mind either way.
Yeah.
I'll correct that. Now I want to live. To live and learn a whole lot more. Noah, there's so much for us to see.
Finally. You called me by my name.
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess I felt that if I did, my heart would downright break. Because I'd be admitting the truth.
Mio.
But you know, these feelings that grew within me, they're thanks to you. That's why you're not allowed to say it's been for nothing. You've enriched my life, Noah. That's clear now.
Mio.
You know, I don't want this to be it. If I were given the chance, if this road I've walked were to keep on going, I'd like to spend that time with my Noah.
My queen!
Your Majesty!
Queen Nia! Queen Nia! Queen Nia!
Trace our ancestry back 1,000 years, and you will find an Offseer carrying out the first homecoming. Now, in Agnus, no fewer than 999 lives have returned themselves to me. It is an auspicious day. I believe such is your view. Yet, for me, it is a day that brings heartache. I wish nothing more than the safe return of all life born of me. Such is my eternal hope. To come home is to
Quite
find
the elaborate
comfort.
production.
It is
Fancy
but a fingertip
another
drop
puppet on
across
display.
the stream.
Assuming Monica's intel was true.
And yet,
It's all been so
though the
pointless,
grief in my heart
fighting
cannot
for that
subside,
thing.
Today,
She's a phony, that's what she is. Even if it's her in the flesh up there,
choose to smile.
I'll rip her off her high horse.
Yes, for she is the 1,000th
You think,
soul to welcome him
They're gonna
to
execute
Kingdom.
us too after this.
Guess so.
You hear it? Do you
So
not?
it's
Here,
back into the cycle.
now echoes a voice.
Back into the same old crap
She was
again.
born of me, and now returns.
Wish we could have gone a little further.
Same here.
Listen well, lest we
The
forget
key's in Gondol's
who
hands
she
now.
once was.
I think we've done enough.
She whose life expires
Yeah,
with the
we've
hour
passed the
of
torch. Now, it's up to the city.
Shut up!
Engraved
Keep it
into
quiet.
your heart. As she now returns to me. Ad perpetuum rei memoriam.
Noah, giving up? Now of all time?
I don't want to give up. But we're trapped here. Our blades. I hope at least she can go in peace.
Of course Noah trapped. Noah still not tried to draw Lucky 7.
Huh?
Remember? Back when Riku give wisdom? When need of true power, sword will appear.
Yeah. I remember.
Today is day of need. Even at edge, facing sheer drop, must never give up.
Riku.
Mimi!
Mio! 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 Pick it up. You're an Offseer, so send her. What's wrong? Go on, send her. Isn't that your role? Isn't she your Mio?
It's been fun, Noah.
Mio!
That is insane. I don't even know where to start. It was a very long cutscene. A very long cutscene. A lot happened. So, let's start with the beginning. Noah, Mobius Noah, Riku said he looks sad. So we could even see Mio cry a bit. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm willing to bet. Well, of course there's some significance to it, but I'm really curious to what happened. And I'm really hoping that the Mobius Noah is actually, he's a good guy, but doing bad things because he has to. Or because he has so much despair and he's just given up, It is so strange though to me. I really like Mobius Noah, except from the parts when he acts like a character off of Xenoblade 2. I believe his name is Jin. Yeah, it's Jin. When he acts like Jin with that sword play and it just like flashes everywhere and he's not moving, it's just a bit dorky to me. But aside from that, his character has been on point. Like the evil villain guy, just so good. His facial expressions too are just perfect. Mio though, she does seem wishy-washy, and I bet she's the person who showed up in front of Monica Van Dam and her daughter. I'm willing to bet that was Mio. The second bit is watching our Mio actually die and disappear. I was this close to crying. This close. I mean, it's very, very sad. It was definitely very sad. Like I'm super sad. Like I'm just so wistful, hoping that she'll come back, So hopefully that's not the end of our Mio. But if it is, that is so unfortunate. That's so sad. I'm holding out. I'm holding out. I'm very hopeful. I think she'll definitely come back. As for Noah, Mobius Noah, I mean, that's probably like the perfect. I will keep saying this. He is probably the most perfect villain I have ever come across in Xenoblade games. By far, he is on point. Aside from some of the, I would say, cringy events that he displayed in previous cutscenes. Aside from that part, he is just chef's kiss. So good. I honestly do not know what else to say. I was really hoping our Noah would pull out Lucky 7 and just go wreak some havoc before Mio, time was up. So that was a bit unfortunate. And speaking on that, I was really hoping that she would last until the end of the game. Unless this is the end. Hopefully it's not. But if it is, that's a bit unfortunate. I was expecting the game to be a little bit longer, like into the 200 hours and stuff. But we never know. Hopefully the game's still many chapters left. We're only in chapter 5, so I believe this is chapter 6. There's no way they're going to end it off in chapter 6. There's absolutely no way. Hands down. I do not think they're going to end it in chapter 6. I think there's going to be at least 10 chapters. So there's definitely a huge gap they need to fill. So I believe Mio's going to come back or something crazy is going to happen. They go back in time. Who knows? Whatever. I feel like that's just too hardcore speculation. That's just like, I don't think that's going to happen. She's probably going to get reborn and she can retain her memories or some BS like that. I feel like that's the more plausible outcome. And the fact that we waited an entire month in jail, it was basically her entire sentence was gone. That was a bit unfortunate. But that is definitely, that is it for this video, folks. The entire episode has been taken up by cutscenes, but it's been an amazing cutscene. Phenomenal. In the next episode, we are going to continue this cutscene and see what happens. But that is it for this video, folks. Go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about it, what you disliked about it. I'm interested in hearing what everyone has to say. And I will see you all in the next one.